Hi, welcome to another scene in Shadows over DC, a New World of Darkness venue. Today's scene is going to be taking place motherfucking somewhere in this set. Seeker's off doing whatever a young Death Knight such as herself does, for she is a very, very powerful warrior. And I suppose we can open there, or wherever the ST needs us to be, for he is the universe.
So, you guys, Zahira, having just arrived, I assume, in DC, walking the streets, trying, getting a sense of the place, and happens across a morgue. Don't quite know what it is, but something about it kind of draws you in, kind of makes you curious about what's inside.
Okay, and wait, is this me? Is this Zahira?
Yes.
Zahira, but if something's drawing her someplace, you know what? She'll check it the fuck out. It's been a weird few weeks for her.
Okay. When you enter, you see a secretary taking a call. And one second, I gotta cut to the actual overlay. Walks out, sees you, and just smiles. Walks up. Hello, can I help you?
Hey, what's up, white collar? How's it going?
It is going all right.
Zahira looks around. By the way, that's what Zahira looks like. Hey, so
Hella hot.
Yeah, striking words, get it.
Because Tim can't play an ugly character.
That's not my fault. Anyway. Just like how you can't stop playing combat characters, it's not your fault. Anyway.
Oh my god.
And she looks at the man that she has identified as white collar, and she'll ask, so what kind of place is this?
Well, it's a morgue. You don't seem to be the type of customers we usually serve here. One thing, you appear to have a pulse. And he has like one eyebrow kind of raised.
I have been told that I have a very nice complexion. Speaking of complexions, you have a very nice one yourself. What kind of lotion do you use? And she looks at his hair. And what kind of conditioner? Oh my god!
He chuckles and runs his hand through his hair, and actually kind of takes a few steps back. Well, I would love to tell you, but unfortunately, I'm working right now. Are you? I mean, if you need some help with anything, I'd love to be of assistance.
She'll look around. Nothing I can think of for right now.
So he'll slide on a pair of sunglasses.
Okay.
And if it's okay at this moment, Seeker will walk in. And being her normal, happy, cheerful self, she'll just kind of, bust into the morgue, see the doctor, and be like, "Hey, doc, I need a favor."
He chuckles and waves her over. Good, Seeker. We got someone else here I need you to meet.
Zahira will look over and say, white collar, you certainly do attract a certain kind of clientele, don't you?
He starts laughing.
Staker will look over at Zahir and look, she's got this confused look on her face and she'll say, "Huh? What do you mean?"
Nothing. Yo, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, hello. I'm doing well. Yourself?
Doing just fine now. Shit.
Oh, that's good. And she'll look back to the doc and say, and then she'll pause for a moment and then look back and say, "Oh, by the way, my name is, she'll pause. She'll look over to the doctor and say, is she, and she'll wiggle her fingers. Is she,
He'll give a thumbs up. That's why we're gonna go have a talk in the back. Some coffee. Or tea if you prefer.
Oh, all three of us are gonna have a talk in the back. All right, you are forward. I am so down.
yeah, he said a talk, not sex.
Well, I
Right.
mean,
Oh,
he
he's so
shrugs.
wink.
He kind of he goes, shrugs.
Gerald will pop his head out of Seeker's pocket with the same look in the pictures, tongue poking out, and we'll just look between the two. Kind of shake his head, and then pop back.
Yes, you're invited too, Gerald.
Okay, I'm not into that. Point to whatever the fuck it is. That animal thing.
Gerald says that he does not like that sort of stuff. Gerald
It's
says
all
he's
right.
an intellectual.
It's all right. He can write a touching essay afterwards.
Have you seen this
He
little
winks.
dude type on a computer? It's crazy. He's just all over the place.
He goes, no, come. We must get some coffee or tea and have a nice discussion. He says as he starts walking off.
Yeah, no coffee. I like coffee. I could really use some coffee right now. She'll look over to the Zahara and say, "I'm Seeker, by the way."
Seeker. That a nickname?
And she'll look around and make sure nobody else is around. Then she'll just say, "I thought you were one of us. It's a shadow name."
What?
Shadow name. You don't use your true name, silly. True names have power.
You hear from down the hall. We'll talk about that in the back.
Okay, she'll just... Seeker will reach over, grab Zahara's hand, and just start running down the hall.
You know, of all the times a woman did this to me, I did not think that this is what it would be for. Okay. This is my life now.
What do you mean that for? Wanna have...
I mean, I completely expected a three-way. I feel like a three-way is not going to happen anymore.
I mean, do you really want one in a morgue? Like, I know I have a very homey feeling in a morgue, but I'm not sure about the rest of you.
I mean, I'd be
Look,
experiences.
I mean, like, if you really want, we can go to my sanctum later. It'll be okay.
Damn. All right. Shit. You know what? She'll look Seeker up and down. I'm down. I don't have work tomorrow anyway.
Just don't touch anything. I have everything in very nice order.
Oh, okay.
As you guys are running down the hall, looking at each other talking, you pass a mirror, and Zahira sees in the mirror a pair of eyes staring at her, like red glowing eyes. The moment she kind of notices them, they disappear.
Am I back in hell? Oh, wait. Back in hell? You're a pandemonium A!
What?
A lot of the Mastigos I speak to, they always say that Pandemonium was like hell for them since it's like the realm of demons and shit.
The fuck is a Mastios and the fuck is pandemonium? Well, I mean, I know what pandemonium is. Like, I know what the word means, but I feel like we're talking about something different.
Speaker's eyes will kind of widen and she'll say, "Oh my god, it's a newbie!"
Why do I feel like Okay, I feel like I'm back in my sorority now. Okay.
She will start kind of bouncing up and down, and she looks really excited. Now she's like 5'1", okay? So itty bitty.
Oh my god, Zahira is taller than her.
And she looks so happy. And she's just like, oh my god, I will tell you everything. And I have so many books, okay? Not as many books as I like, but I can check some out from the Athenaeum. I'm sure that Ape will be fine with that. But oh my god, this is gonna be so fun.
Look, I don't know what kind of coven you guys run. I mean, I used to be in one back in the day. It was cool, it was fun, but I'm kind of doing other stuff now.
Coven? No, I'm not a Thyrsus. I'm a Moros. And I'm not in a cabal.
At this point, you guys have
It's
reached.
like 3 different terms that I'm going to need some explanations on.
At this point, you guys have reached the back room, and the dude has 3 cups of coffee already made, and sitting on a little table. It's a nice little like waiting room sort of thing. Some padded chairs and everything.
Seeker will look over, still kind of pulling Zahara along, and she'll say, Doc, she's new. We can teach her all sorts of stuff. It'll be great.
He chuckles. Oh, that'll be fun.
Oh, and I think she's a Mastigo. She said she went to hell. I'm assuming that's pandemonium.
He's just going to smile.
I'll be honest, that's not someplace I'd really like to go to again. I'm not sure why you're excited about that.
It's okay. You'll never go back.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, I mean, do you know how hard it is to get back into the supernal realms once you've, connected your soul to it? I don't know. I think the last time that tried to happen, the Exarchs were created.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go because I'm pretty sure she's high.
No.
As much as I would love to have a lot of sex with you tonight,
No. Look,
I feel like I shouldn't get up with somebody that's on, a mind-altered substance. That's not okay.
I'm not. I'm completely fine. And she'll lift up a pinky and she'll say, a pinky promise.
Right. Anyway.
The dude's size turns and headset in the wall, presses a few buttons in, and the door opens and the wall opens up. To a mirror. And he says, Come, we don't have much time, and steps to the mirror.
Yeah. Zahir's just gonna be sitting there just like...
Oh, I did forget to mention he was checking his phone while you guys were talking. I forgot to mention that part. I thought I said.
Okay, no biggie. Yeah, she'll just sit there and she's just kind of standing there.
Seeker will look at her and say, okay, she'll take a deep breath and kind of calm herself down. She'll say, okay, I know I can get a little excited about these things, but, maybe I should have explained a little bit better. You're obviously newly awakened, and you must
Blessed by God, yes. I'm guessing you are too?
We're not going to get on the subject of whether or not I believe in God and am blessed by God. Okay. But
Oh, okay, that's totally fair. Sorry, I just figured that was something everybody
no,
of us had. I didn't know there was an us.
are you sure you awakened in hell and not the Aether? Because with the way you're talking, you sound more like an Abramos.
No, I'm fairly sure demons showed up, and I prayed and beseeched Allah, and I got the ability to ward off the demons.
Nod and say, okay. Well, and okay. I will explain this in the terms that I know best, and then, I know that you will probably believe differently, and that is completely okay. But you are newly awakened.
Okay.
Your soul, you had some sort of life-altering experience. For me, I was killed. Whole different topic.
Wow. Okay, you have excellent complexion.
Thank you. And basically, your soul travels to a supernal realm. For you, it's called Pandemonium. For me, it was Stygia. So you went there, and there was like this big tower or something, right? At least there should have been a tower. Or the 5 watchtowers for a reason.
I
you know-
mean, I hallucinated myself being in Mecca.
Okay. And now that you've done this and you woke back up where you were, you have these gifts that were given to you by God, right?
Sort of. I don't know why he chose me, but it happened.
Or not. Well, there are a lot of us who have been blessed by God, and we learn how to use these gifts better, and we can increase them. I know I used a lot of slang, but I guess the point where I'm really just trying to get to at this moment is you're a mage.
The wall starts sliding closed on the mirror.
Okay, and we really, really need to go right now because I don't know where that mirror leads. Can we please go
You
through
know
the mirror?
what? I'm gonna go with this sexy redhead.
Thank you. Really hot too. And she'll
Also-
just kind of,
Sorry.
my bad. And she'll just kind of go through the window at the mirror.
Okay. So when you guys step through the mirror, there's this kind of, you know, when you're sleeping for a long time and you sit up really suddenly, like all the blood drains down from your head? You get that feeling, and there's this bright white light, and then it passes the feeling and the light, and then you are standing. You're standing in the middle of a coliseum. It looks like a coliseum at least. It's, got the rows of seats around. It's got a circular table in the middle. There's a door off to the side. Opens towards that door. And at the table, there are 3 people sitting. Well, there's actually now 4 people sitting.
Secret looks
And
really
there-
excited. Oh, my bad.
You go.
I was just going to say Secret looks really excited. She starts bouncing up and down again, and she'll say, "We're in the Concilium! The Concilium! This is so cool!"
There are people seated. There's about 20 people seated in the seats around, like in the where you would sit in the Coliseum. The dude, along with this woman and this dude and this dude, sitting at the table.
Is the 8th there?
No.
Okay.
And the woman gestures for the 2 of you to sit down on the seats.
I'm just gonna assume that I'm high still. All right. Just gonna walk and sit down.
You're not high, trust me. You just have magic, which I guess could kind of be the same thing. You're high on magic. I don't know. I guess no, that would probably be hubris. Hubris is not very good. Paradox likes to hit you in the face if you have a lot of hubris.
Anyway, my friends call me Zahira.
It's nice to meet you, Zahira. I'm Seeker.
Oh yeah, sorry, I just realized I forgot to give you my name. Also, she'll look at the woman that beckoned her to sit down. I'm sorry, new to all this. Name's Zahira.
She'll nod. You will be instructed here as needed. But for now, we have urgent business that the Concilium needs to discuss. Seeker need to sit in and hear this news as well.
Okay, sit down and listen.
She smiles at you.
Part of the course. She'll lean back.
It stands to mention that this woman has a very motherly smile. Is Seeker going to do anything, or is she just going to sit down?
Yeah, Seeker will sit.
Zahira is actually like she's listening at this point.
Seeker will sit down beside Zahira, and then she'll lean over and whisper, "Her name is Essie. She doesn't really let me bother the werewolves much. Kind of sucks."
Okay, werewolves exist. Understood.
Yeah, werewolves, vampires, and changelings. I'm sure a few others exist, but I don't really know about them. Pretty much just take all the fairy tales that you know of, and yeah, they're real, pretty much.
I'll deal with that existential crisis in just a moment. I'm going to compartmentalize that. And we're focused on right now, Zahir. Let's do it.
Yeah, and Seeker will pull Gerald out of her pocket, and it's a little Emperor Tamarin. They're only about 6 or 10 inches long, and she'll just kind of hand him to Zahara and say, "He's a really good cuddle buddy if you're having problems."
Nope,
His
I'm
name
good.
is
Thank you.
Gerald. Are you sure?
Yes.
He's really cute.
Yes, he is cute, but I do need to focus right now on everything.
I mean, you can focus and cuddle.
She'll just look over and say, I'd much prefer to cuddle you later.
I mean, okay, we can do that too. She'll just set Gerald on her lap.
So as you guys turn your attention to the round table in the center of the room, the woman stands up, clears her throat, and says in a very surprisingly loud voice, it's like you got surround sound speakers around you. But if you look, there are none. Mages of the Concilium, I'm sure all of you have felt the strange surges of power coming from the Washington Monument. This has been a cause of concern amongst the Concilium and the Greater Council. We have decided to send a few of our mages to investigate. I, along with Master Domanian, and she gestures to the dude that was in the morgue with you, would like to ask for volunteers. If you wish to volunteer, know this. There may be a chance of danger, but all we want you to do is observe. See if you can pinpoint what's causing this surge of energy.
At that, Seeker will raise her hand and say, "I volunteer as tribute, and my middle name is Totally Danger."
Essie looks, and you see like perception. Well, yeah, they don't do perception empathy in this, do they?
Wits
They
empathy.
have composed. Yeah, wits empathy. Roll me a wits empathy roll, please.
Oh boy.
Okay, you both see that she's got a look on her face like she expected this. Like she seems kind of amused, like she expected it.
Seeker will smile really widely and then do finger guns at Essie.
And she looks around. Would any other of our mages like to volunteer? See the Viking-looking dude has a very angry look on his face.
Zahira will raise her hand and she'll ask, Can I ask a question?
The woman nods. Of course.
What is happening at the Washington Monument? What are you, and she'll throw up air quotes, picking up?
She sighs. Last Tuesday, massive amounts of energy started pouring out of the monument. It's always been a very mystically attuned object, but this was unprecedented. Like, the monument itself was creating the energy. Reports that the werewolves and the vampires detected this energy, and even though we don't have much communication with them, the city, I heard that some of the fair folk also picked it up. So it's a very powerful source of energy, but we don't know what's causing it.
So you're saying it could be hurting people, right?
We don't know. It's possible. I have a few of my scientists working on it, on analyzing the energy signature, and it's influencing the humans around the monument, but we don't know.
You know what? If I'm high, then this is nothing. But if I'm not, then fuck it. I'm ready to die like that. Yeah, I'll go check it out.
Smiles at you. Anyone else? She looks around at the other mages, and they all kind of do, the not looking at her, rubbing the back of their necks sort of deal. She sighs. Very well.
Zahira
The meeting-
remembers all of them and
you
remembers
go,
that they're
Tim.
all bitches. Shouldn't say that out loud. She don't remember that shit.
So, Essie sighs, or the woman sighs, and she goes, "Meeting adjourned. Seeker, you and your friend come with me, please."
Seeker will take Sahara's hand again and say, "Come on, we're going on an adventure. It'll be really great. Oh, by the way, Essie, if we need an emissary or something to the fair folk, I know a Moros who'd be totally up for the job. Same goes for
She smiles.
werewolves and vampires."
She smiles and goes, "Unfortunately, that's my position." She winks.
I mean, look, it can be a 2-person job. It'll be okay. Say you're sick or something, and you just need somebody.
She kind of chuckles. "Maybe later, dear," and leads the two of you into a back room, where you see for Zahira. This looks like you just walked into a sci-fi lab. Like there's equipment everywhere that looks very high tech. There's computer screens showing data outputs, all kinds of things. On the back wall, there's mounted up a lot of what look like very sci-fi-ish guns.
And now I'm playing Mass Effect.
I mean,
SC laughs.
it's probably where the Free Council gets most of their ideas, to be completely honest.
Only Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 2 wasn't that good. Well, Mass Effect 3, obviously the most disappointing ending in video game history. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
Wow, you just said Mass Effect 2
Smiles.
wasn't as good as 1? You must be good at fighting.
She winks. Now, we're going to outfit you with some special equipment to help with the investigation. She walks over to a little display case that has a bunch of sunglasses on it. Oh, and by the way, the dude from the morgue is here in the room. You didn't really see him show up, but he's there now. And she picks two of the sunglasses off of the display and hands them to you guys. These, there's a little button on the side. You press them, and they'll allow you to see the pulses of energy coming from the monument.
Oh, so is it like what you'd see when you use Prime?
Kind of, yes.
I mean, okay.
We based the design off of Prime magic.
She'll nod and say, hey Doc, could we go, could I borrow another body? Just in case.
He'll smile and say, or he'll chuckle and say, "Readied for you, but you will. Well, I suppose I can have a truck nearby if you need them dropped off."
I'm like, can't we just go through the mirror again?
It needs to recharge.
Okay.
If it hasn't broken, actually. He starts, like, tapping his chin. But I digress. I'm sorry, SC. You were speaking. And SC kind of nods. And then, other than the glasses, there's not really much that we can give you to help, except, and she walks over and takes a little iPad out, puts it in the backpack, takes some, there are a couple of, like, you know, the little, like, packs of, like, tuna and crackers and some bottles of water that she puts in it, and she hands it to Seeker. The iPad will allow you to log any information you may find relevant. We'll also have a direct line to our headquarters.
Seeker will nod and take it.
Oh, and the snacks are in case you guys get hungry.
That's very thoughtful of you. Thank you.
Well, I am, responsible for all of our personnel, so.
Seeker will give a really wide smile and say, "Oh, I'm personnel now. That's awesome."
Well, of course. And she smiles. Is there anything else, any information, maybe some equipment that I haven't perhaps thought of that you guys need?
Seeker will shrug and say, I don't know. Like, I've never done any sort of, any kind of mission like this before. I've always just gone and, like, taken books. So, this is new.
Okay, you haven't run this kind of mission yet. Awesome. Looks like this is going to be a first for both of us.
Well, I mean, like, okay, I'm from the Mysterium. What we normally do is we go into, like, old temples and stuff and we steal books and ancient knowledge. And by steal, I mean we reclaim. Some of us also are just massive book nerds, and we just read all day and we memorize the stuff anyway. Yeah, so I'm not really a field agent.
All right. I have an idea. I'm gonna ask one of my buddies, see if there's anything weird that happened around the Washington Monument recently. Hey Joey, I'm gonna tap one of my dots and contacts because I have dots and political contacts, and the Washington Monument's a whole political place.
Okay, so your contact tells you that tourism has gone down massively at the Washington Monument. They don't really know why. It's actually kind of unseasonal. Summer's starting to pick up. They have a lot more tourists, but tourists just seem to be naturally gravitating to other attractions in the city. And every time, like, they've gone to inspect it, the inspections have taken far longer than they normally do. Completely normal.
Okay. And she'll nod. And she'll say, thanks, Kevin.
You'll get an affirmative response.
Yep, and she'll say coffee at the usual time. And she'll hang up and she'll say, all right, so what it's doing to people is it's, if I were to guess, considering this is some Wuji shit, I'm sorry, I don't know what else to call it. I'm going to call it Wuji shit for right now. Wuji shit, it's warding people away. It's discouraging people from going over there. Inspections are taking longer. We're not going to know anything else until we get a closer look.
Did your contact say if anyone was being attacked or anything similar to, say, a haunting happen?
Nothing like that, but you know death shit, right?
Uh-huh.
Check for death shit when we get there.
I mean, yeah, okay. She'll give a thumbs up.
Essie looks between the two of you, nods. It seems you guys are very prepared then. I'll leave a cab outside that will take you to the monument and drop you off. It's already been paid for. Be safe and don't get yourselves killed. She smiles.
I make no promises. I'm a rambunctious one.
She chuckles, and the dude just reaches up, just comes up behind you guys, pats you both on the shoulder. Else, and you guys both have a minor fate blessing on you.
Love fate magic so much. It's amazing.
For the scene, you have what? 5 dots of armor? Let me check.
Oh boy.
I believe it's 5. I believe it's 5 radiant. Yeah, 5 dot armor. Because
Holy God. Okay.
Yeah, so just mark that. It's only for the scene.
I got you.
Just mark it down somewhere where you don't forget. But yes, you have 5 dots of fate armor.
Yep. And since armors don't stack, it can't be that dick.
And then he goes, well, I'll lead them out to the cab, I see, so you have a good day. And he winks at her, and she rolls her eyes at him as he kind of just gestures for the two of you to follow him as he leads you through the building.
As they're leaving, Seeker's gonna turn back and look at Essie and say, you said this was connected right to the, your guys' headquarters, right? I'm gonna be messaging you guys all the time. Have a good one, bye. She promptly, quickly.
You hear a
leaves the
groan
room.
as you leave, you hear a groan. Just a very quiet one, but there's a groan nonetheless.
Seeker looks very pleased with herself.
Yep, and the dude leads you guys through a law office. Like, you guys get through the Coliseum, and then you're in a law office. He leads you out to a little that's waiting for the two of you.
Cool. Something familiar. Awesome. Still compartmentalizing.
I mean, if you want to talk about it or want any more like a better explanation, just let me know.
Well, that's going to happen
She'll give
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
After sex.
Okay. Are we gonna invite? And I'm assuming they're still being walked out by Romanian, so she'll just kind of, with a thumb, she'll gesture over to him and say, "Are we inviting him to?"
Is she pointing at White Collar?
Yeah.
She'll say, if he's down.
Hey,
He'll
Doc,
just
you
wink
down?
at the two of you. He just winks as he heads back in.
That's
Good
not
luck!
She'll lean over and say, "He's an Acanthus. That's probably a yes. That's what they do."
If I see him, I see him.
And she'll just kind of sigh softly and say, I miss being around an Acanthus a lot. They were pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
We do need to stop by my house, though, so I can pick up Fred.
Wait, is Seeker asking Zahira?
No, she's just kind of stating that she needs to stop by her sanctum so she can pick up Fred.
Who the fuck is Fred?
Fred's my zombie.
What the fuck? That's a lot of not okay.
She'll tilt her head to the side and say, "What do you mean?"
Why are you putting souls back into bodies?
Oh, no, 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 no. No, honey, no. No. Oh, God, no. Okay. Quick down pat real quick. Stealing souls, if any Moros or anyone else with death magic steals a soul, we get killed. We do not mess with souls. That is actually the worst punishment that can be handed out, is having your soul removed and being forced to live. Because basically you go into a horrible depression until you finally get so suicidal that you decide that it's time to kill yourself and everyone around you. So we don't mess with souls.
Okay.
Second, yeah.
Also, to be fair, it is a little fucked up that you're desecrating corpses.
It's just a shell. I mean, what's the harm?
We can have that talk later after the sex. Also, the corpse isn't getting involved.
Ew, no. What? Okay. Motherfucker. Why does everyone think a Morose has to be a corpse from?
I don't know. You're talking all this about how the corpse is a shell and shit. I don't know what you into. I'm gonna find out. What?
No. Okay. When a person dies, okay, I like to think of it as there are about 3 parts to a person. You got the ghost. Actually, no, it's just 2 parts. You got the body and then you got the soul. The ghost is just a fragment of the soul. A ghost is not even a person. That's why people don't really mind if you bind ghosts into stuff. They don't like it, but they're just fragments. They're not an actual person. The body, you just kind of like move the muscles and reanimate it and stuff. Like you don't actually put a soul or a ghost, or you definitely don't put a spirit in it. You probably could, but you don't want to. They get a little pissy. Yeah, it's just a shell. I mean, no biggie.
The dude in the taxi beeps. He just beeps his horn.
We should probably go. We owe this guy a really huge tip.
Okay. I'll let him pet Gerald. That's a good tip.
Okay, no, that's not an actual tip. We actually need to tip him, Seeker.
Gerald will stick his head out of the pocket. He'll look a little sad, and he'll go back into the pocket. Okay, I guess we can tip him. Anyway, come on, let's go. Ladies first.
You don't regularly tip? That's also going to be a discussion.
No, I do tip. I said we'll tip. She'll just open the door for Zahira and motion for her to go in.
Here goes in.
By the way, the driver is this massive dude. Like, he's huge, like all muscle, and he looks back at you, kind of looks at you guys as you enter and goes, "So, Washington Monument?"
No, and she'll give her address and say, "Can you go here first, please?"
He nods. "Well, your boss is paying the toll, so I take you where you want to go." As he
Oh.
starts driving off.
Really?
And yeah, you arrive at your house. And Fred isn't there.
What do you mean Fred isn't there?
There's a little note written in very elegant handwriting that says, "I took the liberty of having Fred taken with your other friend. Be waiting for you. P.S. The cabbie doesn't know."
She'll look at the paper and she'll say, "When did I give him my address? Motherfucker took Fred too. What the fuck?" She'll look to the cabbie and say, "One moment, I gotta go check on some stuff." And she'll kind of run into her house and she'll look it over, making sure everything is in place and nothing was stolen.
Everything is in place. It appears that the only thing that was taken was Fred.
Took Fred. Oh my god. Okay. Well, seeing that nothing was stolen, she'll kind of she'll look actually no, it's just nobody's gonna see it. So yeah, and she'll walk back out. It'll take her a little while, but then she'll come back out and she'll hop back into the cabin. She'll look a little annoyed. And then say, to Washington Memorial, please.
As you wish, miss. And he starts driving off. So you guys reach the Washington Monument without any issue. It is surprisingly empty. Like the parking lot, there's about 5 or 6 cars, but there's really not that many people. When you get out, the cabbie drives off with whatever you tip in, and as you make your way actually towards the monument, you notice that all the people are in like these farther out paths. The like actual monument itself, the area around it is completely empty. There's people on these little paths walking to and fro.
And real quick, I'm gonna throw up death sight. Doodaloo. Do I have that as wrote? Oh, I actually don't. Okay.
Okay, you're throwing up this side. I got a roll thing.
Oh boy. She will be using her magical tool, which is just a small bone dagger. And she'll make sure no one's around, and she'll kind of whisper and use high speech as well.
Yeah, if you're up by the monument itself, there's nobody around.
Okay.
Yep. Since
you-
sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Zahira shouldn't have any magical tools yet. All she has is prayer, and other invocations and whatnot. So she'll make a very quick prayer to herself. And she is basically going to bring up Mind Sight, Third Eye, Mind 1.
Ooh, okay, there's a success.
Real quick, considering it didn't work, it was she will stop, not be able to see into the twilight, and then just do it all over again.
No, I didn't catch that. Didn't work. Okay, that roll still stands though.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 success, so it's up.
So, Seeker
I've got-
is blinded by the sheer mass of just power coming off of this thing, even in the twilight. In the twilight, after the light clears from her eyes, it's a fucking palace where this thing is. Like, I'm talking, goes up into the sky. For Zahira, now, Mind Sight in Nuad is auras, correct?
Yeah, it just shows
Um,
emotional auras.
Well, actually, it's because there's a difference between aura perception and mage sight.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Actually, copy and paste what I actually casted, so that way you kind of know what
Okay.
about.
Oh, Third Eye, my bad. Up.
Residence of this place is knowledge, old knowledge.
Okay.
And you sense there is an exceptionally powerful mind located nearby. It's just from the quick hint of it you get before it kind of goes away. It appears to be not awake. It seems like how people's minds are when they're dreaming.
Quick thing. It does last for a scene.
Yes, but once you catch
not
the the hint of the mind, something like blocks the mind sight.
Okay, so I'm shutting it down.
Not really shutting it down, just you can't sense that mind anymore. You still sense like the resonance of the area and everything.
And you said Seeker was blinded by this stuff, right?
For a minute, like from the
Sorry
light
about
coming
that.
off of it.
I caught most of what you
Oh, good,
said.
Tim.
Something's cloaking
Okay.
that specific mind, but I'm catching everything else.
Yes.
Mhm.
And Seeker was only blinded for a minute before she saw like the massive fucking palace where the monument is in the twilight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zahira will point off in the general direction. She'll say, "There's a soul there. However, I think it's hiding itself now."
The direction she points, by the way, is straight in towards under the ground underneath the monument.
There's something you may like this. There is quite a bit to be learned here, it seems. Best be on your guard, though.
Kind of chuckle and say, "Yeah, I kind of figured that out when it blinded me for that brief period of time. I don't like being blinded." Okay. Knowledge, though, I really like knowledge.
Are there any guards around here?
No, surprisingly. When
Yes.
if you look, like you can kind of pick them up with their minds. Their minds seem really dull and clouded, but they're along the paths as well. They're kind of patrolling the paths around the monument.
Their souls seem muted. If someone's soul's afire, someone is dimming it. You mind if I go and talk to? Mind if I go and talk to one of them?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Go and do that. I'm gonna be writing notes down and then bugging all the people at Free Council headquarters.
Okay. Yeah, Joey. So Zahira's gonna approach one of the guards with like the dulled minds as you're describing them.
Okay. His eyes kind of slide over you, until you actually talk to him and you get his attention.
She'll say, "Hi. Excuse me."
Turns, what can I help you with, miss? And you notice when he looks at you, he's staring like dead center into her forehead with his really blank expression.
I just noticed you were walking around in a bit of a daze. Are you okay?
Are you all right, miss? You seem a little confused. Would you like to go visit our medical headquarters?
No, I'm perfectly all right, thank you. I was mostly just worried about you.
I'm fine, ma'am. And he's kind of like starting to frown a little bit. Almost like in confusion.
Okay. Yeah, Zahira's kind of noticing this. Her sus intensifies,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll just say, "Well, if you're all right, then I'll be on my way. Thank you."
You know, it's have a wonderful day, ma'am. Keeps on walking.
Yeah, she'll come back to Seeker and explain what the fuck she just experienced. Although now she will do aura perception.
Oh,
Another
God.
quick prayer. She doesn't know she doesn't need to do that, but she gonna do it. Straight fail.
Okay.
So Zahira's gonna chalk it up to she is investing a little too much divine power right now, so she'll just kind of relax for right now.
Okay. And yes. You guys do sell the glasses that SC gave you as well.
Okay.
Along with the backpack.
Yeah, as a hero, we'll put those on, see what's going on.
Okay, so when you put them on, you see the first thing you really notice is you can see like out of the corner of your eyes, lines coming to and from this along the line. There's when you look around, there's almost a web you can kind of see in the distance of these glowing yellow, like golden lines going to and fro. And when you look, because a bunch of them converge here on the monument, and the whole thing glows with power, and every few minutes sends out a pulse of energy. And you notice direct on one side, the side facing the causeway they have, there's a glowing door.
Seeker,
Hmm.
put on your sunglasses. I'm seeing some weird shit. Door specifically. Glowing one. Oh,
Yeah, and she'll nod and she'll throw on her sunglasses.
So yes, Seeker sees that as well.
Let's go in it. Actually, no. Let's find Fred and get him to go in there first.
Right when she says that, a pair of zombies dressed as security guards shuffles up to her,
Fred,
taped
you're
to its
back.
forehead. And the one that has the note taped to his forehead is Fred.
She'll walk up. She'll take the note off his forehead.
It's a very elegantly drawn, like hand-drawn winking emoji.
Still don't like how he took Fred. We're gonna have a talk about that. Fred, you're back. Great. Hey, Fred. How you doing? Okay, Fred. Okay. That's good. Fred, you up for a little walking into mysterious doors?
is it really a good idea to just kind of have those walking around Washington, D.C.? What if they bite somebody?
Excuse you? Fred is a sweetheart. How dare you?
Fred makes an endearing moan from behind Seeker.
Seeker, he's a fucking zombie.
That is Fred. Okay, no. What is this, The Walking Dead? They do not just go around and bite people. Look at Fred. Does he look like he would hurt anybody?
He's dressed like a cop. Yes.
Oh,
God. Seeker will sigh really deeply and say, "You can't just generalize everyone like that, but okay. But no, Fred is not going to bite anyone. Neither is..." And she'll turn. Is the other zombie a male or a female?
you can't tell.
Okay. Out of character, what was the first part of what she said?
Oh, she was just like, you can't generalize, everyone. And then she was just like, Fred is not gonna bite anyone.
She'll just say, all right, I'm going to trust you on that.
Thank you. We're not gonna talk about how Fred tried to bite somebody the other day.
Okay.
Seeker will get this kind of kind of mischievous grin, and she'll just say, "It was like some weird spider human morph. Don't worry, it wasn't an actual person."
You shouldn't generalize.
I said something. You tried to bite something the other day.
Are we okay? So are we not considering spider people now?
Look, it was this weird spider thing that was trapping ghosts. I don't like it. Ghosts are fragments of people. Fragments. Not really people.
Wow. All right.
Well, they're not. Like, I can give you books on death magic, and that's how it is. That's what it says. They were just fragments of the soul when they left. Some of them don't even know they're dead. Like, really.
That sounds infinitely more tragic. We should probably move further before having this existential discussion.
Well, I mean, it is death magic. Never said it was fun. You're not gonna really meet a very happy Moros most of the time. They just kind of chill in their sanctums and do, alchemy and stuff. But anyway, she'll look at the one that they can't tell if it's male or female, and she'll just say, "Okay, Alec and Fred, great."
They moan at her.
Awesome. She'll say, she'll actually give Fred the glasses. She'll put the glasses on Fred and say, "Okay, you see that door over there, Fred?
Yeah.
Go in the door. But I want you to remember where the position is because I'm taking the sunglasses back, okay?"
He starts shuffling towards the door.
And she will grab the sunglasses off his face before he makes it through there.
When he reaches where the door was, he walks straight into it, and you see for a brief second his body is outlined in gold, and then he is incinerated.
Fred, no!
And you notice right at that point, it was a sunny day out, but the skies instantly start to darken as storm clouds begin to gather.
Fred, my pal. No. I have to add a new zombie later. We gotta stop by the morgue and I gotta get a new zombie.
Can we not?
What do you mean, why not? They're good for protection. Like, I have no protection in my sanctum. You saw how easily the Acanthus just walked up into my house and was like, "Hey, Fred, come along." I don't see why Fred actually just went with him, but
Seems like a lot of not okay.
What do you mean it's not a lot of okay? It's not like they're gonna do anything. They just kind of stand by the door. They're too stupid to do anything else.
And it starts raining, by the way. and there's thunderbolt, there's thunder, there's lightning. It's a full-on storm.
Kind of cross her arms over and say, "I feel like a Forces mage now, because, man, emotional rather. 'Cause I feel sad over Fred's loss and it starts raining. I feel like a Fate or Forces mage. I really do." But that's a little curious, though. As soon as Fred went through the door and he was incinerated, it started raining. There's a connection there.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm ready to die like that, Joey. I made this character in 15 minutes. We're just gonna walk through the door and see what happens. Is she gonna die?
Oh my god.
So what happens is when she reaches out and touches it, the lines flare, passes over her body, and then she's standing on the inside of a, basically she can kind of assume it's the other side of the wall. A very cramped and narrow passageway leading down. Like, it's got stairs and everything and carved out of stone.
Okay. And she'll look around and say, "Huh, may not have been the best idea I've ever had. But hey."
By the way, does she still have the glasses on?
Yeah.
It's not, the whole area isn't, the whole thing isn't glowing now, but there's webs of power all around, and you can see the outline of the door behind you. And really weird thing is you can see, like, at the bottom, because you can see the bottom of these stairs. They go down about 100 feet. You can see because the power, like, lines are very noticeable. You can see they appear to web through the air as well, down at the very bottom of the platform. Like the bottom of the stairs, I should say. And then a chill goes down her spine.
Okay. With my third eye up, is that like, is someone using magic right now?
Yes, but you can't really tell. This is unusual magic. You've never encountered this sort of magic before.
Every kind of magic that I encounter is magic I've never encountered before. So,
I mean,
Um,
like, yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is she's gonna try a thing, considering something reaching out to her. Where is that thing? I need this thing, this very specific thing.
The thing.
Mental shield, mine too. Let's see if this works. Oh, hey, it hella works. Let's see if I can get an exceptional with those other two dice. No, I don't. But I do have a mind shield up that lasts for a scene.
Okay, so the mind take a little safer. There's really no discernible difference once the mind shield is up.
Yeah, it's a mind is a very covert arcana, luckily.
Mm-hmm.
But when she feels something outside of her reach into her, she's like, nope.
Oh, it's just like a chill down her spine, but yeah.
Basically calls out. By the grace of God, let me not be manipulated by the powers of the infernal. Bam.
Okay. So what's Seeker doing now that she just saw Zahir just kind of walk up and just disappear?
Cross her arms over her chest and say, I really hope she didn't get herself killed. I want to get laid. And then she'll turn to Alec and say, okay, well, I guess it's a supernaturals only club because I didn't see her get incinerated. Yet Fred was incinerated. Rip Fred. So Alec, my man, I'm not sure if technology is gonna go through here. So I want you to hold the tablet, okay? Actually, no, I'm gonna keep the tablet with me because if it breaks, I'm gonna just laugh and say the Free Council's technology is inferior. So Fred, just go hide behind a tree and don't talk to anyone. Or Alec,
Alec shuffles off.
don't get yourself killed, Alec. Thank you. And then she'll follow through the thing as well. Or the
So you
door.
experience the same thing. Yeah, you experience the same sensation, and yeah, you see the same things as Zahira does.
Did the tablet break?
However, if you try to use it in here, it will not work, but it is not broken. It's just got no signal. Like there's no
Damn.
Wi-Fi or anything.
She'll look at it and say, damn, I was really hoping it would break. Oh, I can't mess with the Free Council people anymore. Not while we're in here. Okay. Is Zahir anywhere around to be seen?
Tim just BRB. Oh,
Oh.
he's back.
Yes,
Yeah, she's right there.
literally in front of Seeker, and she's just like, oh, hey.
I mean, hi. I will warn you that what you just did was really, really kind of stupid, and I'm really amazed that you actually didn't die, because most of the time when you just go head first into some weird thing, you normally end up getting yourself killed.
Oh, what can I say? I'm exceptional.
Then you notice all the torches that are long and spaced at nice intervals down the down the hallway. And hey, Zahira, that mind that you're picking up, you pick up another brief flash of it, and the dreams are a little less intense this time.
Soul's flaring again. This direction. Here. And I'm back. But yeah, she points it out. Like, hey, there's the thing right there. By the way, there is something here that reaches out into you. Ward your soul against such things.
Take a look at her and blink. Say, okay, quick thing about the different paths is yes, you can learn the different arcana, the different magic from each realm. But the thing is it takes time and a lot of studying. And I do not do mind. I do death, matter, and prime. So I don't have anything to ward my mind.
Okay. Give me just a moment then. I've never done this, so if I accidentally put you in a coma, I apologize.
Okay, no, no, I'm good. I'd rather be mind controlled than put in a coma. Thank you. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh.
Sorry about that, I'm back. I'm figuring Seeker said, please don't put me in a coma. No, fuck that.
Yeah, Siri was like, nah, you know what? I'd rather something be in my mind than go into a coma. Cause, yeah.
Yeah, no, so here, as soon as Seeker says that, she's like, okay.
Just kind of give her a thumbs up and say, thank you. I don't want to go into a coma. I've actually never seen a Masticos. Okay, take that back. I'm pretty sure a Master Mind Mage could put somebody into a coma. The same thing with a Master Life Mage. I wonder if the 8th has ever done that. I gotta text him after this.
Seeker, back here.
Sorry. Sorry. I get a little excited. Yeah, no, I'll be okay. Yeah. Hopefully there's no mind magic fuckery in here. That would kind of really suck.
Oh, there's a little bit.
Just a little bit? Okay.
At least that's what I think you would call it. I would call it something different, but you know.
She'll nod. Okay. Joey, real quick, are there any ghosts in here?
No.
Okay. Actually, then... Where is it? I want to make sure it's selected. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, Saker's just gonna call a ghost up, or she's gonna try to call a ghost in here.
Okay.
Since she doesn't have the name of any ghost in particular, she's just gonna call a general call to the nearest ghost within range. And she'll use her magical tool and, chant in high speech. Get 2 successes.
You call up a ghost, but you kind of see it start heading towards the monument, but when it tries to pass through the door, you hear it screams as you try to pull it, as your power pulls it through the door, being pulled through like a sieve as its corpus starts to disintegrate as it's being pulled through the door until there's nothing left.
No, like the instant that would have started, she would have canceled the spell.
Okay. Then there's a half-burned ghost that's flying around the monument, screeching in pain.
Then I'm going to use Heal Corpus. You're pretty sure that is... Where the fuck is it? Pretty sure. Yeah, Restore Corpus, Death 3. Okay. Yeah. She will try to heal the ghost. High speech and magical tool.
The monument absorbs the magic.
Motherfucker!
Oh yeah, you see you actually see, because you can with your death sight, if you separate the death sight, so you can see outside of the monument, you see the ghost swoop down onto one of the bodies of the guards and take over his body.
Sika will slowly look to Zahara and say, I have to go fix something. I will be right back.
What broke?
Don't worry about it. It'll be okay.
You seem kind of frantic. I'm gonna worry a little bit.
Don't just stay here. Don't worry about it. Okay, and she'll walk through the door again.
When you go put your hand on the door to leave, the light flares out. You
Oh.
hear just this voice in your head to go, trespassers may not leave until they receive her judgment.
She'll just kind of say, "Look, creepy voice inside of my head. Listen, look, there's kind of a problem. There's a ghost that's in like really bad pain who's just kind of Zahara, close your ears real quick."
Zahira will lightly put her hands over her ears, but not actually cover her ears so she can fully hear everything Seeker says.
Seeker will then place her hands over Zahira's hands and try to, do that as well.
Okay.
And she'll say, look, this half-insane ghost just took over the body of somebody. I need to go and fix it. Just let me out, and then you can judge me later.
And that was with composure with 3 successes as she says, "God damn it."
Like I said, don't worry about it. I can fix it. I just need to get out.
And you can't get out because...
Trespassers must face judgment. Via the creepy voice inside my head.
Are you sure you don't want that soul shield now?
Look, I'd rather have a creepy voice inside my head than be in a coma.
That's fair. If
She'll-
we can go back, then the only way we can move is forward.
Yeah. Is there some way she could just call out to Alec and get Alec to go tackle the guard?
No.
She'll just kind of sigh and say, "Well, damn, Alec's too stupid to go and stop. Okay, well, we need to hurry up and go get judged real fast so I can go back out there and fix it because, only minorly powerful ghosts can actually possess a person because it is extremely hard to actually, do that. So, there's kind of a really decently powerful pissed off ghost out there who just possessed a guard, so we kind of need to hurry up."
Zahira's just already moving.
Yeah.
As you guys go down the stairs, what you hit is this large room with 3 hallways leading out, one directly in front of you and one on each side. It is filled to the brim with gold of animal-headed people. There are reliefs on the walls. There's hieroglyphics, but they're not. If you've ever studied Egyptian literature or hieroglyphics or anything, these aren't quite right. There's also flanking each hallway, there's a pair of statues that are the same for each one. A jackal-headed person and a hawk-headed person bearing the hawk has a flail and the jackal has a pair of scales and a sacrificial knife.
Okay.
Oh, and the torches are on here as well.
Yeah, so here's gonna look over to Seeker. This some kind of puzzle or what?
I'm not sure. Maybe, can I do an intelligence investigation roll? Or occult?
No, I'd say an occult roll.
An occult? Okay.
Fuck it, I'm giving that one a shot.
Would a specialty in magic apply?
We'll get it to you.
Okay, because that's just an extra dice.
Yeah, there's a single.
Okay, so Zahira, you remember hearing in a couple of your classes, religion classes, that the ancient Egyptians like to have sort of in their tombs. They often had, rooms that were traps before actually getting to the body. In the tomb, there were sort of like judgments for trespassers. Yeah. And you also can, with that success, recognize the two statues of Horus and Anubis, but there's something quite match the descriptions that you always heard of those deities.
Zahira's eyes kind of narrow, and she'll kind of start walking around, checking things out. She's not actually touching anything at this point.
Okay.
She'll notice those scales. She's drawn to the scales because you mentioned there were scales in the room, correct?
Mm-hmm. Like weighing scales.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. She'll look over. She'll come on up to the scales, and she'll actually look over to Seeker and tell her, okay, so what a lot of really ancient Egyptians would do is when they would bury pharaohs or others that are deserving of mummification in their eyes, they've oftentimes set traps for any grave robbers and such to keep from disturbing the tomb. Also, this might be unrelated, but that when one dies, their actions are weighed for good and evil using scales, and she'll point to the scales.
I really hope that's not the way we're going to be judged, because I will probably not pass that.
I think I don't know you too well. However, I can see that you at least care about people, and if you do have a past, then you at least are remorseful about it, or some aspects of it.
That would be a conversation for after sex.
Got it, after sex.
Okay. I guess we gotta go get ourselves weighed or something so we can get out of here.
Maybe. You seem like the type to not take anything at face value, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, let me do something real quick. And I will be using Find the Hidden Horde. It's basically a Matter 1 spell that allows you to pretty much see any and all like hidden doors, objects, alcoves, etc., etc.
Okay. Roll that beam footage.
And it is a rote, so I have blitz.
Oh, I do have to mention, if you guys look down the left corridor with your glasses on, you do see, like, I don't know, the lines crisscrossing. Like, the power lines crisscrossing.
And along with the rote, she will use her magical tool and say some high speech.
Okay.
4 successes.
All right. So down the right corridor, down the corridor straight in front of you, there's spikes that will come out of all 4 walls, you guess.
Down all the corridors?
No, down the one in front of you. They will come out of all, like, the walls and the ceiling and the ground is what I meant when I said all four.
Okay. She'll say, shouldn't go down there, down that one. There are spikes in the walls.
Okay.
And then she'll look towards, the other two.
There's nothing you can see down the other two.
I can't see anything down the other two. And then she'll look around and just check the room.
There's a few, like, things you can see in the walls that look like they might be traps. But you can't quite be sure.
She'll nod. Say, be careful, and she'll point to them, and she'll say, be careful around those. Not entirely sure what they are, but they're, considering this is turning out to be some, like, weird Egyptian, trap, mummy booby trap thing, probably are traps.
All right. So let's actually try and figure out more of what the puzzle is. Hey, Joey, do you think you can give us a brief description of the room again?
Okay, so it's a large square room. There's 3 hallways leading from each of the and each of the walls leading separate directions. There's piles of gold, statues, items everywhere. There's the statues of the strange statues of Horus and Anubis flanking each door. There's reliefs, Egyptian mythology, and some that you don't recognize.
Okay.
Even if you had Egyptian mythology 5, you wouldn't recognize them. And there's obviously the ley lines that you can see with the glasses on.
Okay. Now, the direction in which she got that mind ping, that exceptionally powerful, I guess, soul for in Zahira's words. Is there a particular direction that's going in?
It would have come from more towards your left.
Is the left also the one with all the spikes?
No, that is the one straight in front of you.
Okay. And she'll point to the left and she'll say, that is where the soul is.
That's probably where we need to go then.
Okay. And with Seeker's agreement, Zahira will attempt to start walking through this hallway and see what happens.
Okay. When you reach it, the hallway, the torches down the hallway light up, and this hallway goes on for and then there's a left turn. But there's nothing that happens other than that.
Okay. Zahira will say, not dead, so that's a positive.
Yep, I'd say so. I mean, then again, death happens to everyone, so it's not like something you should be afraid of, but once again, another topic for another day.
Okay, so as you guys travel down the hallway, there's a few rats and things, but nothing really major. Until you reach the next room, which is a room. It's got 3. It's kind of like the same setup as the last room, but much smaller hallway sort of thing, like entrance room. And there's no gold or anything around. There's still the reliefs on the walls. There's no statues around beside each door. And the doors are actual double doors made out of stone with arcane symbols on them. But there's still the one in front of you, the one to your left, and the one to your right.
Arcane symbols, right?
Mm-hmm. Like you can tell they're very obviously some magical symbols, especially if you have the glasses on, because they actually glow with power. But they aren't like arcane symbols that mages use.
Okay. Could I try intelligence occult to identify them?
Okay.
And would my specialty in magic apply?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, once again, no successes.
Fuck it all and give it a shot.
It has been a bad day for my dice today, hasn't it?
Just a single.
Okay. Zahira kind of can infer that these are like some sort of almost like key code, like keypad that you'd use, a magical keypad almost.
Okay. She registers that as kind of odd, so yeah, she'll say it's like a keypad. It's like a magical keypad.
Really? Okay. Then she'll actually stop and she'll say, hey, creepy voice. You know, I'm not so sure about you, but if you want us to be judged, you probably should have made it a little easier for us to actually get to you. Not trying to be sassy or anything, I'm just kind of saying it'd probably be a little easier.
I think the act of getting to him is part of the judgment.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of mean. What if somebody's not really smart?
Then they're unworthy and they die.
Well, that's silly. What if they have, like, some sort of mental condition? Which impedes that.
Didn't say it was fair. Not the biggest fan of it either, but might be how it goes.
Maybe.
So yes, what do you guys do?
You know what? Sinker's just gonna walk up and she's gonna touch, still hidden horde is on, so if there's anything, like, behind any of them, or any traps around any of them, she'll stay away from the one with any traps around it, and then she'll go and, just press one.
Okay, there are no traps behind any of them that you can see. Which one do you go? Which door do you go up to press a symbol on?
She'll look to Zahira and say, which way do you feel the mine?
She'll check.
You can't feel anything. It's still hidden.
It's hiding itself again.
I'm guessing by chance you don't remember, other than, just... Okay. I guess she'll press the one towards the nearest door.
Well, I mean, you guys... I'm assuming you guys are in the middle of the room. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's a square room, so they're all equidistant.
Okay. To be completely honest, I don't remember all the different doors.
Okay, so there's one to the left of you, one to the right, one to the front.
Behind any of these doors, can I see any traps or anything?
No.
Well, I mean, like, to be completely fair, I'm about to walk up and just press one of the symbols. you think maybe the front would be a good idea since the last forward hallway had traps? Do you think now is kind of like a haha that wouldn't have traps and it would be the way to go?
Mm, let's investigate everything else a bit more. Maybe we'll find something that gives us a bit of a clearer clue. A clearer clue. Since I'd rather not get killed by spikes or whatever sorcery this mind or this place has for us. So once again, Joe, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna ask you for a description of this room again.
Okay, it's a very plain room, other than the reliefs.
Okay.
Doors decorated with the arcane symbols, and really, that's about it.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Read Magic is a Prime 1 road, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Hold on. I'll check Prime before I start saying shit.
Okay.
Okay, so can see through Prime-based illusions, inscribe grimoire, supernal vision.
Guess who has the supernal vision, Ro?
Huh?
Is it me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let me throw that
I
up.
mean, I'll.
Hmm?
All right.
Not bad.
And I was gonna say I have a weird idea too. If that doesn't work.
Let's hope it does. Same thing, gonna be using magical tool and high speech. Let me roll that 10 again. Nothing. Okay, just 3 successes. Throw up
Okay.
that
So as your supernal vision flares to life, you see the lines of intent behind these symbols. The door to the left are of you don't know the symbols themselves, but you can kind of tell they're symbols of judgment, of death. To the right, the symbols are of passage, afterlife. The door to the immediate front of you is the symbols are of greed and religion, almost. Like it's really hard to define, but that's like the closest you can define.
Okay. Okay, so judgment, death, passage to the afterlife, and then religion.
Pretty much. Here, let me screen share my. Let me get paint up, and I'll kind of like give you guys an example. So screen share. Okay. So the room is. Oh, there's like. So here's the room. You guys are in the center. Here. The door to this side is, this one is judgment, death. This one is greed and religion. This one is afterlife.
Okay. She'll point to the one in the front and say, "Okay, greed and religion." She'll point to the one on the right and say, "Afterlife." The other one is judgment and death.
We're here to seek judgment, correct? That's the only way for us to get there. Not to get out.
Yep.
Forward to our deaths, then.
I mean, like, I won't lie, I've already done it once. It doesn't. Okay.
Okay. Does anybody have a common sense merit?
How wish.
I have common sense. I do have intelligence, though.
Make me another intelligence occult roll for you guys. At
Okay.
that door.
Watch. All of us botch.
Let's hope not.
You can't botch. Unless you're on a chance die. Okay, let me check.
Yep, 2
Okay.
successes.
I got one.
Okay, a tomb is a passage, is a holder of the afterlife. A journey through tomb is like a passage to the afterlife in Egyptian mythology.
Wait, a journey through a tomb is a passage to the underlit? Or
To the afterlife, like they believe that like that was part of your journey to the underworld, part of your passage into the afterlife. Also, the door marked death on it probably isn't a good place to go. With, just thinking it over for a minute.
she'll look to the Zahara and say, so apparently in like Egyptian mythology, traveling through a tomb is like passage to the underworld, and I guess we should probably go to the underworld door. Not so sure about the one marked death. I mean, it is kind of marked death, and I'm not like you. I don't want to throw my life away. I know, like, I'll die, but I just don't want to throw it away.
I also don't want to throw mine away. Whatever could give you that impression. She'll smile.
You walked straight through the door in which you saw a zombie get incinerated.
Hmm. I suppose I just had faith. She'll shrug.
And I'm just saying, maybe fate's gonna get you killed one day. But I mean, that's just me. You're really gonna fit in well with the Abrimos, by the way. I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
But yeah, yeah, I don't think greed and religion. I'm not really so sure about that, to be completely honest, but I guess Underworld could be pretty cool. But maybe going through death would not be too much of a good idea, even though judgment is also with it. But, they were always judged after they had died, and technically we're not dead yet, so we'd have to die to be judged, and I don't want to die.
Fair enough. You take point.
Oh, yay. Yeah, and Seeker will go through the underworld door. Yeah.
See? That's like the symbols on it. They flare in the mundane sight for a moment, and then the doors slide into the walls very slowly and rumblingly. And the torches flare down another short hallway that leads into a massive room. You can see even from here. It takes about a minute for all the torches in that room to light up.
Seeker's gonna look back to Zahara and say, is this reminding you of Skyrim? It's reminding me of Skyrim.
Just a little bit.
They had a lot of traps in those dungeons in Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Well, oh, if we get to see any Draugr, maybe I can try and take them over. Then again, mummified corpses probably wouldn't work as well as like a fresh corpse, but I mean, I'll take what I can get. And she'll just kind of go on, and she's talking to herself. It's just a bunch of random nonsense for the most part, as she just walks down the hallway.
Okay. You reach the room. What you see, it is a massive room. With there's row upon row of statues. They're all different kinds of statues. Some of them are kind of. I believe there's 42 in total. I believe that's right. There's a specific number. It's late here, so brain's not quite remembering the number. There's there's no more hallways leading out of this one. There's a dais in the very center of the room with the massive golden sarcophagus on it. Very ornate. Behind that, the wall behind it has a large symbol of a golden scarab with 2 spears crossed behind it. If you inspect the sarcophagus, it's got an ornate carving on it. The person inside, but instead of having a human head, they have a falcon's head. But you can tell from the carving that the person buried in here was probably a woman. And hey, Zahira, you get that flash of a mind again.
Is it right there?
Yes, it is, and it's not dreaming anymore.
Yeah, Zahira will look to Seeker and say, we're where we need to be.
Okay, she'll look at the sarcophagus and say, "Oh my god, sorry about that. I just swallowed my gum trying to take a breath of air to speak." Okay. I flashed before my eyes.
God damn it, Ken.
I'm sorry.
Fucking die in the middle of our scene about mummies and shit.
Right? Gotta talk about a way to go. Okay. No, there goes my piece of gum. Damn it. Okay.
Staple, she choked while playing a necromancer on the internet with her friends. What the?
Look, honestly, that would probably be the least weird thing my friends have heard, because I've been just sitting there and I've started choking for air because I forgot to breathe, but that's...
You forgot to breathe down, girl. Hi.
Yeah. Like, I'll just be reading and then, reading by my friends, and then they'll just hear me gasp like a fish. They're just like, "Kim, what the fuck?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, I forgot to breathe." Okay, so anyway, Seeker will look at the sarcophagus and she'll just say, "Hey, Miss Creepy Voice, is that you in there?"
All right, so fog starts coming off of the sarcophagus.
Is that a yes?
There's nothing else happens.
I don't speak fog. I speak high speech. You know high speech? I mean, then again, you can't really have a conversation in high speech. It was never meant for that. But you get what I mean, right?
Nothing else happens. There's just fog pouring out of it, starting to fill the room.
Wait a
Is
minute.
the fog slowly dealing lethal or ag to us?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to use Matter Sight just to see what that fog's made out of, because that sounds a little suspicious. Matter 2. I will be using magical tools.
Are you using high speech with that?
Yeah, and high speech, sorry.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So,
4 successes.
4 successes. It's normal ass fog. There's nothing else in it. But the moment you start saying something in high speech, sarcophagus starts moving to the side.
She will immediately stop after she does her ritual, and she'll just say, "Okay, I guess you do react to high speech. How you doing there, honey? Hey, what's up?"
It's what continues sliding open, and there's golden light coming out of it. This woman pops out. She appears to be quite healthy and hale. Her eyes are glowing with light, with like golden light. As she sits up,
And
oh,
she looks
sorry,
like
Tim.
that picture.
Huh?
She looks like that picture.
Yes.
Okay, so here will pipe up. Hey, yo, girl, how you doing?
In just a low droning monotone, and she has striking looks for, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a droning monotone. Who dares disturb the tomb of Anaxu Nahir, of Neb Imiku, the Lord Imiku?
Zahira. Bless
Her
Allah pandemonium.
Her head turns towards Zahira. Zahira, you are not of my cult. I've been awakened.
I apologize for waking you up, my lady. However, it seems that we were not allowed to leave this place that we merely stumbled upon until we met you.
She rises into the air on like wings of golden light, lands in front of you as the wings dissipate, and the light starts to fade from her eyes. For a purpose, then. Tell me, what has happened in the last centuries since I was last awoken?
Do you remember the year it was when you went to sleep?
I remember that I was told to put down an insurrection. In a small village, people worshipping false gods threatened my cult.
I see the monuments to Egypt. Who was the last pharaoh that you remember?
Pharaoh? There were no pharaohs in my time. The last was the pharaoh who abolished the old gods. I and many others were awoken to deal judgment upon fallen Egypt.
Zahira will sit down. Well, no, she won't sit down. She'll kind of relax a little bit and she'll say, "Then it seems much has happened since you have gone to sleep, my lady. I'll try to fill you in on what I know."
She kind of looks you guys over. You are exceptional mortals indeed who have been able to walk into my tomb and read the magical signs that led here. Oh, there went Tim. Hopefully he'll be back in a second. There he is.
Sorry about that. I just crashed again.
All good.
Did you catch
All
what I said?
good. No, I didn't.
Yeah, what Zahira said was, it appears much has happened since you went to sleep.
Okay. Yeah,
If you accept, then I can try to catch you up on what I know.
Yeah, I caught that, and she basically said that you guys must be exceptional mortals to have read the magical seals that led to her tomb and not to a painful death.
not to one of the death pill traps.
Yeah.
Zahira will respond with, I just followed the light of your soul.
She kind of turns to look at Seeker. Speak much.
I'm sorry, what did she say?
She said you do not speak much.
Oh no, I speak a lot. It's just I've been speaking a lot today, so I thought I'd let Zahira have a chance. I don't want to like make her feel like she's not a part of this because it's a two-person team. You know.
She shrugs, waves one hand, and all of a sudden she's in a very modern, elegant dress. She still has the mask on. Kind of wavers, and you see the image of just kind of a bland-looking woman. Come, I must inspect the mortal world. As she starts heading through the tomb, just kind of sweeps very regally away, like she expects you to follow.
You know what? Zahira will follow slightly behind her so she can see that ass.
Seeker's gonna follow it as she's gonna say, so I will tell you the first thing you're probably gonna see when we enter this mortal world is a possessed guardsman, unless like another Moros or another Death Mage came and fixed that little problem.
She huffs. I will destroy them.
No, don't, because it's still a person. It just kind of hopped into the body. I'll take care of the ghost. It's just a little hurt right now. Your little anti-ghost thing was kind of really bad.
Yes, the mortal dead are not permitted to enter the tombs of the undying.
Are you like a vampire or something?
She kind of slows down, looks back. I have no idea what this vampire is.
Really?
There were no such things in my time.
Really? Because there's like always been some sort of blood drinker in like every era of history if you really go back. But okay.
She
I
kind
guess-
of tilts her head at that. Blood drinker.
Yeah.
I remember hearing tales in one of my descents. I cannot remember the details, but I have vague memories of this, yes. Up the stairs.
Okay. Speakers kind of go over to Zahira and kind of whisper and say, "Okay, well, she's not a zombie, or yeah, she's not a vampire. Is she a mummy? Really?
Out of everything that you've experienced, that's what surprises you?
Well, I mean, you'd think that mummies would stay in, oh, I don't know, Egypt."
Shit happens, it seems.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, then again, the thing did start opening up when I spoke in high speech. Could she be like a mage? High speech hasn't changed over the years, though, so I don't know what sort of symbols were on the door. Because it's not like high speech.
Symbols of... She just pipes up from in front of you guys. Symbols of mighty Irem of the Pillars.
Pillars.
Yes. At this point, you guys have reached the top of the stairs at the very entrance. She just places a hand on the door and phases through. It does stand out that you guys can actually see her in her full regalia, but you do get that kind of wavering image of that normal bland-looking person in a stylish dress.
Okay. Yeah, so Zahira will, if she's okay, if she can, go on through the door. Because
You guys are able to go through.
out of here.
You guys are able to go through.
Awesome.
Yeah. As soon as they're through the door, Alec is just, Seeker's just gonna kind of immediately start looking for that ghost and the guardsman.
With your death sight back up, the ghost, you can kind of see it's grown, and there's about 10 people that are lumbering towards you under its control.
Are you fucking serious?
It also doesn't resemble a human ghost anymore. There's something else that seems to have taken up like the missing portions of its corpus. And there's no other ghosts in the area, they all have fled.
Okay. Seeker's gonna snap her fingers and kind of call for Alec behind whatever tree poor little zombie went and hid behind.
You see there's like a little bush at the edge of like the ring where the Washington Monument is, and he just stands up from behind that, shuffles over to you guys.
Okay, Alec, stand here. Watch her. She'll point to the mummy, and then she'll hand the tablet to Zahira, and she'll say, "If you could please report to the High Council or the Free Council and tell them that yeah, just tell them shit might be about to go down, and just tell them everything about the tomb and the mummy, and yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry."
So the mummy is striding towards the group of mortals,
Oh God.
and she opens her mouth. The storm is still going on, by the way. And she opens her mouth and just says this strange word. You can't really understand it. And a sandstorm starts picking up.
What? It's at this moment Seeker realizes she honestly does not care if those guardsmen die or anything. She really doesn't.
Wisdom check.
Yup, I'm gonna need a wisdom check.
I mean, like, that's
You guys
fine. That's
let her kill them.
four
Gotta make
dice,
that
right?
wisdom check. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's fine. I got one success. Damn.
Feel bad about it. You understand that that's probably not something you should do in the future.
I mean, she's got
As
the derangement though. Like, would she really feel bad about it though?
you don't have to worry, it only does bashing damage. So yeah.
If she's,
Sorry. You go, Tim.
I was just gonna say, succeeding on wisdom generally just does mean that it does strike a chord somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no real getting around that.
Okay.
Like, it can kind of be like she understands that that's probably something she should contemplate later, that she was so willing to just let people die.
Okay.
But yeah, the mummy has a sandstorm swirling around her and is using a cloud of sand as a weapon as she's battering people from side to side.
So is she like slinging like magic at people and shit?
Oh, well, not really slinging magic. It's like she's got a made out of like physical sandstorm that she's beating them with.
So who is she hitting? The dude that was possessed?
She's in the middle of the crowd of them.
Yeah, Zahira doesn't really understand why she's just whooping random people's asses in the streets, quite literally. So yeah, Zahira's probably gonna do something about that.
Seeker will,
Yeah, Zahira's gonna. Sorry, go ahead, Kim.
Seeker's just kind of reach out a hand and say, "Look, it would probably be best if we just stay here, because I don't know about you, but doesn't really look like she's just going to, stun or anything. She's got a fucking sandstorm around here, and Paradox is about to come and probably eat her. So, I mean, I'd just kind of warn against just going in there, guns blazing, and trying to stop her.
Then I won't go in guns blazing. I'll go in honey tongue, and then she'll just go on in.
You do notice that the people aren't dying; they are just like being knocked out.
Okay, if they're being knocked out, then they're being knocked out.
Yeah,
I was thinking this was full on ass whoopings, like motherfuckers getting killed.
it's a full-on ass whooping. And if you actually go within the sandstorm, you're going to take an automatic point of bashing every 30 seconds.
Okay.
Like these are like this weapon is made out of sand. She's like knocking them out.
All right. I do have that fate shield still.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's helping at all.
It's not gonna help from the sandstorm because it's literally all around her. Like if they were in large chunks, it would help you like avoid the chunks. But since it's just literally a massive sandstorm, well, not massive. It's about 30 yards around her.
Yeah. So, Zahira will shout out, my lady, what are you doing?
They are controlled by whatever force attempted to enter my tomb. I am incapacitating them.
I mean,
Zahira's gonna check with her mage sight.
Which one?
Her mind sight. I apologize.
Their minds are completely dormant. Something else is controlling their bodies.
Okay.
They're not destroyed. They're just dormant.
Okay.
Seeker will call out and she'll say, I told you about this, and I said that I was going to handle it. There's a crazed ghost. If I can heal its corpus, it should go back to normal.
Then do
Alright.
so. I will keep them unconscious.
I don't want to get hit with a ass load of sand.
The ghost.
It'll take me 3 hours minimum.
She kind of sighs, but as she like whaps the last dude kind of with a backhand while looking at Seeker, just slowly the sandstorm starts to die down.
Yep. I'm fine with taking 2 bashing, by the way.
Okay.
Since I figured I was there for at least like a minute, since I would have had to get there, speak with her, and then she lowers the sandstorm and all that.
Yeah.
I figured that would have taken at least a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Seeker will walk over and she'll say, Look, I don't know what sort of stuff that you did way back when, but nowadays if people just see a random lady slinging a sandstorm around, things don't go well. People freak out. Stuff happens.
Yes, the Sybarists will terrify them. They will forget much of what they've seen, if any had seen it.
Still, it's not the best thing to do.
You would leave a problem like possessed mortals. You would leave it without stopping them, without protecting the innocents, she says, with kind of, not really a sneer, but kind of like a dismissive tone.
Seeker's just gonna roll her eyes and say, like I said before, in the tomb, I was going to fix the leader, the ghost that has been dominating the rest of them, and that should end it. There was no need to physically harm the people that the ghost was controlling. They could have concussions or worse. You did knock them all out. Sand can dig into the skin, can dig into the eyes, and can get in the nose and the throat. And sand in the lungs is not a very good thing.
It is disappear soon.
Still, soon is not immediately, and there can still be adverse effects. So please, do not talk to me about something like that. about me not wanting to do anything, when my way probably wouldn't end up with them being physically injured.
They are mere mortals. It is fine. She turns and starts walking off.
Tinker did pass her wisdom check, so I can't just say. So she'll just kind of sigh softly and then walk over to the leader ghost. Say, actually, no, she's not even going to talk to it. She's just going to restore Corpus first. Which is probably like a
Okay.
really bad idea to do on a crazed ghost, but YOLO. Yep, high speech, magical tool. One success.
Okay, you're able to heal it of a bit of damage to its corpus. Not a ton, but enough that like you can kind of get it where it's not like actively freaking out.
She'll walk up to it and say, I'm Seeker. I know you're angry, and I know you're angry at me, for I was the one who called you earlier. If you are upset and you wish to take your anger out, please take that up with me and not the mortals around here.
It looks up and realize something about it is a little off. Like you kind of get that chill whenever you felt Paradox touch your soul, and its eyes are just abysses. And as it reaches out towards you, you see your old buddy just push you out of the way and grab the thing.
As she's being pushed, she'll make sure to land on the side that Gerald is not on, because she doesn't want to crush Gerald.
Okay. And yeah, the shadow creature that you were with, because I can't remember what name I give them right now.
Shadowborn.
Shadowborn, yeah, thank you. It appears to be like doing the entropic thing it did at the on the webs to this thing, to this ghost. And it's dissolving its corpus. And as its corpus finally dissolves, you just see this black inky mist dissolve.
When that's done, the first thing Seeker is actually going to do is she's going to turn towards Zahara and say, okay, oh, you can't see any of this, never mind. Sorry. And she'll turn back to Shadowborn and say,
Yeah, I'm just kind of seeing Seeker shouted air. It's all good.
yeah, my bad, I'll explain later. Or actually, we can go into the Twilight later. It's a lovely place. Anyway, then she'll turn back to Shadowborn and say, I probably owe you another handshake after that, don't I?
You are defending the Twilight.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of caused it accidentally. I didn't expect for that stupid tomb to destroy Corpus.
It is an anathema to them.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, though. Do you know anything about that chick over there?
He looks at her. Pushed by death. Very dangerous.
Yeah, we can tell she's a little crazy. More so than I
Its
am.
fingers wave for a minute. Its fingers just do the wave motion for a minute. Oh, many of them are dangerous, but some have wisdom. Deal with her carefully, Seeker.
She'll look like she's thinking for a moment, and she'll nod and say, okay, I'll see what I can do. Then again, I'm the low-ranking mage, the only thing I can do is really just tell the higher-ups. Ugh, politics, right? And then she'll actually just, because she doesn't have to go entirely through the twilight. She can just stick her hand through into the twilight. So she'll do that and then offer him a handshake as soon as I cast this spell. She'll use high speech and the magical tool.
Yep. You're able to reach
Oh,
across. Oh, you roll that 10.
Holy shit. Okay,
Okay,
that's 5 successes.
That's a, yep. So you're able to reach through almost instantly. And it takes your hand for probably about 5 minutes before drifting off.
Oh, and that is Paradox too, because she is doing that right in the middle of nowhere. So let me roll that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. I didn't actually get any Paradox. So, Zahira, basically, you see Seeker talking to this air, and then she'll just stick her hand out in front of her, and like half of it disappears.
Not the weirdest thing she's seen today. Also, is that her? Okay, yeah. So here's gonna try and hit that.
Yes, this is what the woman looks like after she comes back to you guys with her power having faded.
And then, after shaking the thing's hand for 5 minutes, she'll walk back and she'll say, "Okay, lady, I know this is odd, but you probably should come with us."
Yes, I must speak with the shadow world. Was awoken.
Shadow World, you mean the Twilight?
No, the world beneath the world.
The Umbra?
The world that you, she points at the two of you, and the others live in.
Earth? The Supernal Realm?
Sighs. She kind of sighs. Very well. Lead, and I will follow.
Zahira will kind of glide over to Seeker, lean in and whisper, "You want to add one more to tonight?"
I can imagine the really smooth glide too.
Seeker will look over and she'll whisper and she'll say, "Look, I was just told by a source of mine that she's super dangerous. The master mages, the Concilium members will probably want to. You know what? Sure, yeah. Let's add another one. A foursome will be fine. I'm sure the Acanthus will love it. It'll be great."
All right, my lady.
She turns to look at Zahira.
I was speaking with my compatriot, and we believe that a woman of your stature should have, well, a warm welcome.
She kind of raises one eyebrow.
Seeker will interject very swiftly and she'll say, "We still do need to take her to see the Concilium members first, before the, warm welcome."
Very well, then. I will leave it up to you, my lady, if you would like to have such a welcoming party.
She kind of catches on after a minute and nods. Very well. It will be good to experience the pleasures of the flesh once more.
So here is secretly, she's like, "Yes!" Doesn't say that shit out loud.
And she gestures very elegantly. Lead me to those you wish me to speak with.
I'm guessing the taxi driver is still not around.
No. However, guess who's here? Let me grab their picture.
I'm assuming it's the Acanthus, because, you can legitimately say, "Oh," and they show up here because bait, and it just
Kinda. He just takes one look at. He has this oh shit face, and then he grabs the Huron Seeker and starts like, "Now we have to go. Now we have to go. Now."
Look, I don't know about you, but Zahira just asked to get, you know, she just asked it to join our threesome.
So
His jaw drops.
Yeah. So my Shadowborn little buddy also said that she's like hella dangerous and we should probably watch her. So we were gonna go take her to see the other masters in the city and see what we should do about her.
He
she'll
snaps his fingers. Oh, sorry, Tim, you go.
she'll look to White Collar. I keep forgetting his name out of character. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
And
He hasn't
she'll
actually said it anyway, so.
she'll actually just say, "Look, you need to keep an eye on her, right?
Yes.
Then what better way to keep an eye on her than keeping her occupied?"
With this dick? And Secret will. She will quietly just say. She'll quietly say that too.
He just
Zahira
looks
wants
between the
rules
two
of
of
the
you.
trade.
Or the dude just looks between the two of you with just this dumbstruck expression, then nods. Very well. But we'll take her to see the masters first. And he turns and puts on like the face, the customer service face, and goes, "Lady, why don't you come with us? I can get you a quick transport." As he whistles, and you see a fucking limousine pull up.
Why couldn't
Like,
we
it
get
is
a
a full
limousine?
on. Sorry,
Sorry.
you go.
She'll just look to him and say, "Why couldn't we get a limousine when we were coming out here?"
Well, I mean, I like to travel in style. I'm sorry, this was supposed to be your welcoming party when you survived.
I mean, we got a cab. Wait, if we survive.
He shrugs. The scryings run clear. Evidently, there was a high chance of being eaten alive by scarabs.
What the fucking bureaucracy? You're lucky you're hot.
He winks, then opens the door for them. There's like a full mini fridge in there and a mini bar too. Yeah.
Yeah, Zahira's pretty.
You guys
Zahira's
get to
chilling.
the Concilium and you go, Tim.
No, I was just saying she's just chilling in the limousine.
Okay. Yeah, you guys get to the Concilium pretty easy. He takes her in the back. Her and the masters talk for probably about 2 hours before he invites you all over to his place.
All right. Are we
And I
handling
think we're probably
masters and all that?
I didn't catch what you said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we just hand wave meeting up with the masters and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming what happened was oh my god, she's what? Wait, you're doing what with your genitalia? Wait, what? 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 Oh my god, just go.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
All right.
Essie gave you the mom look when she came out of the meeting.
By the way, Seeker is not giving up the tablet, and during the meeting, all she was doing was like messaging the higher ups of the Free Council the entire time.
By the time the meeting's over, you got blocked.
She got blocked?
Yeah, she cannot message anybody above Essie's position.
Then she will just continue to message Essie during the meeting.
Eventually, she just starts sending you memes. They're mostly video game memes.
mean, Seeker will return them twofold.
So yeah, I think we're good to end the scene there with the memes. With less spicy memes. So thank you players for playing. And remember, the first thing you should do when you awaken an immortal, powerful murder hobo mummy is invite her up for. So stay tuned for more.